According to the National Electrical Code, or NEC, Article 240.24 addresses disconnecting means for conductors and equipment. Subsection A, General, Paragraph 1, Location, states that the disconnecting means for conductors and equipment must be in a readily accessible location where it can be operated without jeopardizing the safety of individuals or property. Paragraph 3, Accessibility and Grouping, dictates that electrically connected equipment must be grouped, and the disconnecting means must be capable of simultaneously disconnecting the entire group of equipment unless individual overcurrent protection and disconnecting means are provided for each unit of equipment. NEC Article 240.40 covers panel boards. Subsection A, Feeders and branch circuits. Paragraph 3, MLO panels, specifies that multi-location branch circuit panel boards, or MLO panels, are only to be used for the installation of branch circuits to supply luminaires or appliances where other branch circuit protection and disconnection are provided at an accessible location for all branch circuits. Article 408.16 covers panel boards installed in other than dwelling units. Subsection B, Other than dwelling units, states that in other than dwelling units, panel boards must be provided with a main overcurrent device unless part of a service consisting of a main or feeder disconnect located adjacent to the panel board. Based on these NEC requirements, tenant space service panels in a multi-occupancy building with a common electrical room must have a main disconnecting means if they are not part of a service consisting of a main or feeder disconnect located adjacent to the panel board. MLO panels are only permitted for the installation of branch circuits to supply luminaires or appliances in non-dwelling units, and only if other branch circuit protection and disconnection are provided at an accessible location for all branch circuits. The fact that the common electrical room is accessible only by the building owner does not exempt the tenant space service panels from the requirement to have a main disconnecting means accessible to the occupants of the space. Therefore, in a scenario like a multiple occupancy building with a common electrical room containing a 1200 amp disconnect feeding 8 tenant disconnects, the tenant space service panels would be required to have a main disconnecting means. This is because they are not part of a service consisting of a main or feeder disconnect located adjacent to the panel board, and they are not used solely for supplying luminaires or appliances with other branch circuit protection and disconnection provided at an accessible location for all branch circuits. In essence, the NEC prioritizes accessibility for occupants to disconnect power within the space, regardless of who owns or has access to the main electrical room.